Test 1 2, test 1 2. Okay, I think that this is working. So, hey Jessica, it's Aunt Mindy, and this is a discussion of your STAR paper. So, I'm just going to jump right in. It looks like your format's probably okay. It's not particularly APA or MLA, but I mean, it's kind of APA-ish. Could be AP. All right, so there's a couple things I wanted to point out. First off, you got a little bit of some grammatical errors. So let's start with that. So you say it's just a little clunky. I have, for my activity for my STAR paper, I worked at the Eastern Washington University Recycling Center. I've been employed there since October of 2015. That's fine. I am still employed there and plan to work there until I graduate in June. So instead of that, you might want to revise this part and say, you know, I plan to continue in this position until I graduate in June. Okay. For this job, I was assigned with picking up recycling around campus each day and sorting it all. For this job, I was assigned with picking up recycling. You might want to instead say, I was assigned to pick up, or I am assigned to pick up recycling around campus, okay, and sort it. It just makes it sound a little more, formal, because that's really informal language. So we keep a schedule each day of the week. So we keep straight. It's STRAIGHT. That's like a straight jacket. Where we have picked up so we don't miss a building on campus. There are several categories that recycling gets sorted into, comma, including mixed paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and tin. I work with, so good, you're in present tense, and I think keeping that in present tense, so I have been assigned, I work with, we have this, right, with several other students, and have worked there the second longest of us all. So you might, again, want to look at this sentence here. I work with several other students, and you might want to say, I don't know, we need to revise this. Like, I have worked there the second longest of all the current employees, or only one other person has been longer than I have. Might sound even better. I have had to train, you might want to say I've had the opportunity to train several new employees. The recycling center shares a shop with a trucking department, and our supervisor is a supervisor of both departments. That means that we work, this is good by the way, we work closely with full-time trucking employees and often assist them in tasks. Good. Several times we have helped lay carpet in Reese Court for events. They have there in order to, this is a run-on sentence. So you might want to stop at events, right? So several times we have helped lay carpet in Reese Center Courts for events, period. You know, the carpet helps to protect the gym floor. It might be good. This often happens during the evenings. So this, we need to have a vowel. All right, so the carpet laying happens during the evenings, or the activity happens during the evenings. So we're coming in after our normal hours to help them. You might want to mention what your normal hours are, like that you are so there so damn early in the morning, right? Good deal. All right, so I've enjoyed this job, and it has given me great work experience that I'll be able to take with me into my future career. You might want to say what you've enjoyed the most. Have you enjoyed getting up at 5 o'clock in the freaking morning? Have you enjoyed the responsibility? Have you enjoyed taking on more work? Have you enjoyed separating out recycling? Have you enjoyed squishing all of the, what do you call it, cardboard stuff? You know, something like that. Okay. So good section, good background, right? Description. It's very descriptive. Let's move on. For my major, I've taken several communications classes. Well, of course, you're a communications major. You might, I don't know, do something about that. That's not a good intro. You might even want to say, most of the classes in my major are those including mass media and the information society, etc., etc. Good, good. I found these classes to be the most influential. So I found these classes to be the most influential classes. You don't want to say that twice in one, right? Okay, so don't do that. Mass media taught me yada yada. Okay, social media, good. Communications and information, blah, blah, blah. Taught me in my workplace. So this is good relevancy. Here, when you say this helped me in my workplace to better communicate with my coworkers, give an example of how you communicate with your coworkers, especially since you work with a bunch of men and you're a woman, because that'll come in later, right? So you might want to say, I am the only female who works there. It's all men. So communication is really important. It will help me with teaching and leading in the future. Okay, this is BS. Your professor's going to know it is BS. Figure that one out. So how are you going to be a better leader? You'll realize that you are the person who needs to step up. Got it? Because you can do that. Which is the main thing that leaders do, right? They identify themselves as leaders and then they do the stuff. Sorry for the cough. The most pertinent lessons I took from this class was, no, lessons were. Okay, so that's present and past tense. This class really helped me realize that the language we can use, the way we live, can change the way we live and how we communicate with others. Again, this is nice, but it's nebulous. You are going to want to be more specific. Okay, assessment. Really, I don't have much criticism of the assessment part. So again, this is when I keep telling you, give a specific example. This is perfect. Okay, even when I'm in the middle of saying something, if a man talks over me, then I get ignored most of the time, and that is really good. And then what you might want to do is say how you solve that. I just keep talking. I talk over him. I tell him to shut up. I punch him in the throat, something like that. Especially the throat punch part. I'm not sure if this only happened because I am the only woman there. No, not necessarily. I can give you some tips on women in the workplace. I get that bullshit all the fucking time. And you know what I do? I stop people and I say, stop talking over me, asshole. I leave off the asshole part, but I think it very loudly. And take out the word very. Always take out the word very. Summary. Okay, so let's look. When you say, looking back, I think I could have done better under the summary, you know, you're going to want to be more specific in that. You could say something like, I should have been more assertive, or I should have corrected this person when they did something wrong, or I should have told them not to stick their hands in the crusher, something like that. Again, be specific. My leadership class also allowed me to watch my supervisor and see the ways that he leads. Sure, you can see several things he does well. Again, be more specific. Take out very. Right here. Take it out, take it out, take it out. All right, I had to learn to ascertain, good word, the difference in what they were saying, what they really meant. Good and good and good. Okay, this is your entire, it looks like this is your entire conclusion, and that's not okay. All right. So instead, you could talk about, just give one short example, three sentences or less, of how you're going to use your major in your job life, okay? And again, be really, really specific here. All right, that's it. I know it sounds like I just hammered you, but I didn't. I promise. There are so many good things about your paper. It is well organized. You don't have a whole lot of grammar. You know, it does address the actual prompt, which is the most important thing. And the things that I've been talking about are just incidental. Okay, good luck. I love you. Talk to you later.